Great morning. It's Wednesday. Oh, God, I don't even know what day it is right now. It's Wednesday, July 18th. So let's look and see what the energy of the day is going to bring today. What is going to be the overall energy of the day? Completion, full moon. Full moon, completion. Well, I tell you what, I wish we'd come to a completion. I wish they would, Mueller's investigation, but the further they go, the more insidious it becomes. The more that you see how many people are involved in this. You know, this is not just a one-person thing. This is just the tentacles are... It's like an octopus. It's like an octopus that continues to grow. Just craziness. Okay. It's a day of energy, wolf matriarch. A lot of energy, internal energy. So things are ramping up for people, okay, internally. Once we get those internal things, next is to bring it into the world. But right now it's more internalized, what's going on. Okay. So looking at, okay, next is the moon. So ramping up, really needing to step back and look at what kind of things like he's howling at the moon about. You know, the fears that drive one, you know, again, you know, ramping up, and people are, you know, have been in fear about this, but they need to complete and come out of that fear-based mechanism. Don't get ramped up into a fear thing, you know, because it's like it's coming to a head. That completion, the full moon, it's like that fear-based drama is coming to a head. If you've been taking it in, you know, it's kind of like that's, well, which I'm not surprised at. Yeah, amplification. Again, things are amping up. I mean, with this last thing that he's done, really, if you're fear-based and you see it, he's treasonous, a lot of people are driven by their fear rather than stepping back and knowing that things will get righted. You know, people get controlled by fear. Okay. Trying to protect themselves, when they try to protect themselves, sometimes they become their own worst enemy. Patterns, yeah. Okay, it's time to look at the patterns that are coming up. Okay, just look at the indictments that are coming down, and you will continue to see these patterns of these oligarchs behind the scenes, how they've infiltrated things. Okay. They've infiltrated NRA, they've infiltrated, tried to get into the prayer thing, the evangelical things. Okay. So rather than getting amped up and getting into fear, okay, shamanic drumming. So it's, when I get the drumming card, it means that people really need to really ground themselves more. ground yourself. And don't be driven by fear. Yes, these things are amping up. But as they amp up, understand it's coming to a head. It's darkest before the dawn, okay? Full moon night. And the full moon, sometimes people are susceptible to it and they get a little crazed, during full moon times, okay? So again, don't let these emotional dramas run you, okay? Don't run in fear and get, amped up. Understand it is coming to a completion, okay? So they are looking at the patterns. That's what Miller's doing with the investigations, looking at the patterns that are emerging. Where all are these people engaging? They're looking at their fear tactics they try to put out. They're not unaware of all these, deep state dramas, all of these dark things that they keep talking about. People get into these, conspiracy theories. So looking at the patterns of these conspiracy theories and things that people like Trump are trying to get people involved in, divide and conquer, okay? You see the ones like the white supremacists, they're run on fear. Okay, we can't have anybody in this country. It might affect me. These are people that are not secure in themselves. When you got somebody in white power and all that drama, they're not secure in themselves. They're running scared. They're like little trolls, that don't have any self-security. So everything threatens them. Like Trump, everything threatens him. He's got to have somebody behind him, patting him on the back every day, telling him how wonderful he is. Because he doesn't believe it himself. He knows he's illegitimate as a president. Okay? That's why he can't stand it. He always brings up, well, they didn't have anything to do with it. I'm here legitimately. No, you're not, and you know you're not. And you're trying to cover it over. With every step, that's all he does, is tries to cover it over. He knows there's collusion. He knows that's the reason he's in there. That's why he keeps saying it's a witch hunt. It's no, because he knows he's going to be found out. He's not what he's pretending to be. Okay? He's not this great deal maker, great businessman. He's a failed person. Really, he's a failed person. Okay? So again, today's a day to get the drumming. In other words, get grounded. Okay? Follow the rhythm of nature. Okay? Understand things are amping up. So take a deep breath. When things are amping up like this, rather than getting fear-based and getting yourself all, ungrounded, really it's a time to ground even more. And know that these patterns, things go in cycles, they go in patterns. It's now to the point of amping up. We're almost to the full moon stage of completion. And again, looking at the things that are fueling these fears and these dramas. Okay? So I would say, rather than getting ramped up into fear mode today with all this energy running, really do whatever you need to do to ground yourself, whether it's drumming, whether it's just walking out, taking your shoes off, walking on Mother Earth. Okay? Understand that this energy that's ramping up is internal. We need to get it also externalized as well. Because rather than sitting there just running, disengaged like a wheel that just goes really... When you disengage a wheel, it doesn't have anything to grind against. What happens? It just goes really fast for a while. So people are feeling like they're just running, and you know, and they're worried, and but again, look at the overall picture. That things are being worked on. Mueller is looking at things. A lot of things are going on under the surface that are being rectified. Okay, so Trump has really shown his hand in this last trip to Helsinki. He's shown who and what he is. And a few more people are going to finally snap out of it. Okay, they're going to snap out of this saga they've been involved in. Okay. So again, today, the energy of the day is things are ramping up. More things are coming to the surface. Okay, look and see again what's under the surface. Look at the patterns. Put together the patterns. How these things have been interconnected, and how Russia has tried to weave its way into the fabric of who? The ones that want to divide, the NRA. Okay? A lot of money's coming through the NRA. Okay? And they're all about division, again, creating fear, saying the government wants to take away your guns. All they do is amp up fear, okay? When it comes to the school shootings, they do nothing. Why? Because they're getting money from the Russian oligarchs. They're getting money, okay? So again, you know, today's the day. Just kind of sit back and look at the patterns that are emerging, knowing that this is coming full circle. This will come to an end. Okay, be secure within yourself. Know who and what you are. Don't be driven by their all of their conspiracy theories and the dramas, because ones that are in a dark energy, that's what they will continue to try to ramp up, to divide people, to make them insecure within themselves. And this is why the trolls do what they do. You ever notice trolls always hide behind a pseudonym? They don't have their image up. They don't have videos up. They don't have anything up on their channel. They just run around the net and do personal attacks. Not points about a subject. No, they want to go do personal attacks and try to put out something to make somebody that's insecure about themselves. They plant those seeds of doubt. Okay? And this is the way the darkness works. It may say a few things that are true on the surface, and you think, oh, that's true, I know that's true. And then they start planting in seeds of doubt and seeds of things that you're going to chew on, that you're not sure of, that could be true, and they just pulling you further and further away into darkness. It's kind of like putting a frog in the water, cold water to begin with. They don't know they're being boiled. That's the way darkness works, okay? They don't put a real hot pot that you can see it's hot immediately. No, they start turning up the heat slowly, okay? So unless you have discrimination and you can sit back and you see the patterns and you see the way that these things are working, maybe you can be a little insecure on something, and so you jump in and you think that's what they're saying is right, okay? And you get pulled into that, okay? You get pulled into these type of organizations that you think, oh, they're strong and it will make me stronger. Well, it's not, okay? They just pull you into more drama, more insecurity, you know, group mentality, the sheep indoctrination, okay? Because if you're secure within yourselves, the last thing you'll gravitate to is these dark conspiracies, you know, and these ridiculous things that Russia put out last year, you know, like Pizzagate, that Hillary's running a pedophile ring out of a pizza place, and people actually believe that. It's like insanity. Okay? But they get led down this path because they have no discrimination, and they have no self-worth. They have no security. They don't know who they are. This is why the Bible says, you know, be still and know. Be still and know. Okay? It's not follow all the deep, dark conspiracies and know. Find out who you are. It's be still. Be still. So again, today, energy's ramping up internally. Maybe these things are fueling you, but don't get caught up in the drama of a fear-based thing. Know that things are being worked on under the surface, just like karma. Karma eventually will right things, okay? These ones that, you know, eventually they're going to get their comeuppance, okay? So again, don't get taken in to fear-based mode, okay? You're better than that. Don't get taken into that. But stand for truth. Stand for what's right. Get ready to take back our country. And look at for patterns. How these things are infiltrating. Okay? How these ideations of white supremacy. We need a wall. Fear base. He keeps trying every time he talks about Mexicans and this and that. MR13, MR13. Well, these people coming in for asylum have nothing to do with MR13. Yet that's what he talks about. All these babies that he's taken away from the parents. Are they rapists? Are they murderers? Are they killers? Okay? These mothers that they're separating them from. These families that just want to get away from violence. And he wants to keep ramping up that fear. No, these are all drug pushers. They're all rapists. They're all this. And actually, we even have a bus in Georgia. I couldn't believe it. On the back of the bus, they had beware, basically. This bus contains rapists. It contains killers. It contains... And it's a bus for deportation. So again, all these kind of people do is prey on people's fears, their insecurities, and they use that to come to a position of power, saying they're going to fix things, and they don't fix anything. All they do is continue to ramp up fear in people and destabilize them so that they don't see what's really under the surface and what's really going on. So step back, look what's under the surface, look at the patterns, ground yourself, and know this too will pass. But we can't be complacent. We need to stand up for truth and not let the darkness railroad you. Okay? Bottom line, don't let darkness railroad you. Don't be taken in by it. Don't be fueled by those fears. Okay, so everyone have a great day. Today, July 18th, Wednesday. See you online. And thank you for tuning in. And for those that once in a while send a small donation, thank you so much for that. Okay, it's well appreciated. Thank you.